Welcome to This Explainer. I'm your host, and today, actually, scratch that. Today, we're not just doing a standard review. We are doing a full-blown grade makeover kitchen audit on Cambridge AS and A-level mathematics. We're going to literally crack open the examiner's minds. We'll be dismantling a messy, failing mathematical response, the kind examiners see every single day, and rebuilding it live into a perfect mark conceptual blueprint. Think of me as your master critic. And to help out, I brought in two virtual apprentices, Alex, who loves to overcomplicate the recipe with unanalyzed facts, and Sam, who constantly rushes the baking process and forgets crucial structural steps. Let's get cooking.
Okay, let's taste the steaks immediately. As you can see right here, the difference between a B and an A star often comes down to mastering this exact specific topic, complex numbers and Argand diagrams. If your grasp of these concepts is weak, your grade ceiling drops dramatically. There's just no way around it. So to fix this sour grade drop, we first have to ask ourselves why it happens. Look at our sour ingredients. Why do otherwise prepared students completely freeze up when a high tariff question gives them an unfamiliar context? Well, the core issue is almost always a lack of fundamental adaptability.
Here is our roadmap for today's kitchen audit. We'll go from the A-star difference and core principles, through the technical methodology and examiner warnings, all the way down to method mark strategy and our final winning exam strategy. Section 1. The A-star difference. Let's see what separates the master chefs from the fast food cooks. The Cambridge syllabus makes it crystal clear. Mastery isn't just about rote memorization. It's about building a web of connected, conceptual understanding. This is exactly where our apprentice, Alex, falls into a trap. Alex overcomplicates things by just throwing unanalyzed facts and memorized formulas, like z equals x plus iy, onto the paper without any context. It's like dumping raw flour onto a plate. Top performers, on the other hand, seamlessly connect the geometry of an Argand diagram directly to the underlying complex algebra. Section 2. Core Principles. Let's look at how this mastery actually aligns with the examiner's assessment objectives. And this brilliantly illustrates the academic benchmark. Think of it like a rich, carefully reduced sauce versus our apprentice Sam, who just throws 100 random spices into a pot, hoping for the best. Examiners prioritize deep, logical reasoning. Now we're bringing out the digital red marker to dissect our disaster of a student response. Notice how the lack of specific command word application completely ruins the score here? A messy response jumps straight to a final value without justifying the geometric relationship on the Argand plane. You absolutely have to show that analytical depth. Section 3. Technical methodology. Let's see how you actually plate this foundational theory onto the exam paper.
Okay, quick pause on the monitor. Listen, if you want to stop serving up average grades and unlock the secret recipe for an A star, subscribe to Ace the Exams at Ace the Exams right now and hit that notification bell. Seriously, do it. Okay, resume. Back to recooking this response. Presentation is critical. We're talking strict conventions, proper headings, accurate terminology, clear annotations. If your Argand diagram sketch lacks labeled real and imaginary axes, or if your loci aren't clearly defined, well, the examiner immediately knows you lack procedural discipline. It just looks sloppy.
When Alex and Sam try to rewrite their bad paragraphs, they usually hit a massive roadblock with their sentence connections. So I always step in with the PL structure to rescue the flow. You want to deconstruct, solve, and evaluate. State your given information, show your systematic steps, evaluate the reasonableness of your loci, and clearly state your conclusion. It is a foolproof recipe.
Section 4. Examiner Warnings. Let's dive into the principal examiner reports and find out exactly where the kitchen catches fire.
All right, it's time for an interactive taste test. We're running a 60-second visual countdown timer right now. Your first challenge. Look at the complex source data on screen and find the winning argument point. Got it? Okay, challenge 2. There is one hidden critical error in this paragraph that literally forfeits 5 entire marks. Can you spot it? Right there. They confused cause and effect, completely misunderstanding how an algebraic translation affects the geometric shape. Visualize your Argand diagram as a map to avoid these exact top 3 mistakes. Section 5. Method Mark Strategy. This is probably the most crucial safety net you've got. Look at this examiner alert. Students constantly lose marks by simply not showing their working. Imagine you set up the complex conjugate perfectly, but right at the very end you make a tiny arithmetic error. Do you fail the question? No way. Securing those method marks for your analytical process will literally save your grade even if your final calculation goes completely off the rails. Show your work. Section 6. Winning Exam Strategy.
It's time for our 5-star presentation. Let's bring all of this together.
When you are tackling high-tariff questions, you have to follow this exact sequence. Let's read this newly transformed, flawless response out loud together. See how we deconstruct the question, extract the data, select our framework, and execute with perfect notation. This exact flow turns a messy, failing disaster into an absolute 5-star presentation.
To secure the absolute top marks, you must demonstrate higher-order evaluative thinking. You need to question the assumptions within the given data. Are there alternative interpretations for the roots? Did you consider different geometric perspectives on the Argand plane? This level of analysis is the ultimate hallmark of a true A-star student.
So, how will you apply this evaluative thinking to guarantee that A-star? Let's recap our 3 golden rules of exam prep. Connect your concepts conceptually, lay out every single step to capture method marks, and elevate your answers with critical evaluation. As you practice your past papers this week, keep this blueprint in mind. And before you go, make sure you subscribe to Ace the Exams at Ace the Exams, turn on those notifications, and comment down below with the subject and level you find the hardest. We will audit it together next time. Thanks for joining the Explainer.